So my screen, sharing my screen, share screen, entire window. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. So this is how a web corporate website looks like. Okay. So the color, if you see, there is a scroll actually. So once you are scrolling this, right, the images are scrolled. All these requirements will get from the client. Okay. Once we get from the client, we need to. Thereafter, it is our own creativity. How we create, how we present the design, is our creativity. Okay. So the difference between the print media and the corporate design bit different, right? Like yesterday I showed, right? Let me show some examples of print media design. Print media designs. Print media images. See, these are some of the examples for print media. Okay. So you can design this corporate print publishing books design. If you see the posters right here, the year ahead time. So this entire design, obviously, it is done in print media, right? We use Photoshop for that. Sometimes we use Illustrator for cartoons and all. If there's an involvement in the cartoons and all, we make use of Illustrator. Okay. So these are some of the examples of the print media where we design uh, for marriage, editing photos and all, for these kind of posters and all, magazine posters, news media. Okay, the color theme, the total theme, how we apply the ideology, how we apply will be different. Okay, that is how look we need to see, right? All this, like suppose if you are launching a new mobile today, okay, so new mobile has some promotion materials. There are two things to it. When we see in print media, so the print media has a big banners, billboards and all, right, where some of the mobiles will be displayed on the advertising board, right? For that, full of jazzy colors and all will be used. For example, take the same thing for uh, corporate website. I'm taking the example of Microsoft Surface laptop. Okay, Surface 5. Okay, so see, just see how the corporate style would be, right? I mean, design, the way how we design is so elegant, so calm, so peaceful. The way how see the design is, uh, the design and content are showcased here, right? And the way how content has been articulated. See, once you are getting the images, you are having the surface, three different surface images, and thereafter you have the content scrolling to the bottom, right? Again, you have a banner here, running banners. You can see different banners. All these we can create in web design, right? So our primary focus is the website, right? Since there are more opportunities for web front, and there are also equal opportunities in print media, but you have a lot of competition, and the pay is also very less, right? People who does only who know Photoshop and CorelDRAW can do the print media images. They know the color themes. They know how exactly it will be for the print media, right? So when it comes to corporate, you need to know some basics definitions. We call it as information architecture. We call it as design theme, right? Everything, for everything we need to follow some standards. There are some guidelines. For print media we don't have any guidelines. It is about the guidelines comes in place only when we are creating a poster, like 100 cross 100 poster, big poster, like A4 poster, C3 poster kind of dimensions. Only we should be very keen of. But when it comes to web, it has its own principles, guidelines, and theme content. According to that only we need to design. So when we are taking this UI course, we'll be seeing all those aspects. How exactly the organization needs when a startup is making their own website. See, by learning this corporate web design, right? Or not corporate, it's by learning all these web design concepts, you will be able to create your own portal, create your own design. You will be able to create all this stuff, right? Like kind of this entire website you can design yourself once you're able to learn this course. See, the one what we have seen is an IT side, e-commerce. E-commerce is something like the some examples are Meesho. Okay, so right. See, all the top menus, these banners, all these running banners, images, all are created in web design. Okay, and once you are done with the design, then this entire design will be moved to the development team. They will take care of. We are not, see, again there is a lot of logic behind it. Suppose if you are clicking this image, right? There is a, see, on click it has come to this image. So on click, here we have a lot of details. See, for a designer these are three different pages. For a developer these are three different pages. He need to work functionality on this, right? Add to cart. So once we click add to cart, the product will be added to cart, right? This design will be provided by us. Like in the cart, you will show that one is there, right? Cart is there. This entire design comes under web design. Okay. In the back end, when we click one cart, right? In the cart, what are the products they are showing? This all back end. So development team does that. We are not worried about it, but we should show the flow exactly how a product will be. Flow design will do the in web design. So if you are able to know learn this course, you will be able to create these type of designs. Any design you can do, but it's all about your own creativity. If you are uh, but creative and thinking mind is there, right? See, design is something, like not any other development tool, right? Not like a coding, or not like we write code. This is purely about your creativity, right? Imagination. So how you would like to impress yourself with your design to others. See, obviously when you are visiting a site, right? If the site is good, you will be spending some time. If the functionality is good, the site is good, the color theme is good, then you will try to, okay, this site is looking good. So you will browse a bit and go one by one, see all the content on the website. If your site is so bad, the very first impression itself, you will lose interest in going and searching the site, right? Digging, going further. Okay, site is okay kind of impression you will get. The same, the human psychology, right? Design is all about your creativity and human psychology. Okay, and the psychology comes in research phase, and your creativity comes in design phase. Okay, in design you learn about all creating beautiful designs, creating an impressive designs where consumers, you will attract a lot of consumers, and the functionality should also be there where developers will take care. We are not worried about it, but with your good imagination. See, there are, if you are seeing this entire page, there is a proper guideline for this entire site. Okay, the search bar should be here, the logo should be always here. Okay, these are the primary navigation, these are the banner promotion banners, these are the cart icons. Okay, like this there is one terminology for this entire page. Okay, if you see there is a terminology for this entire page, right? This is a left promotion banner, this is a featured area. Like this is your items cart page. Okay, and you have a footer here, footer area. See, once you're scrolling, there is a lot of data, right? We need to create this entire design for a developer. Okay, that is our job. For that, see, designing is just matter of seconds, but exactly to think how it works, how the image should come, where the image should come, content should come, there are some guidelines. Those guidelines you will learn out of this course. Okay, so once you are done with this course, you will be able to create any kind of website, any kind of design, any kind of portfolio, your own personal portfolio, right? You can create on your own website. You can create, if some client is having some any personal website, someone is needing, right? Someone is requiring to create a website, so probably if they are approaching, you can create a website for them. You can charge, of course, you'll charge and do it, but still, I'm telling your competency and capability if you are able to learn this entire course and come up with a design. Okay, so this is all about UI design. Okay, when it comes to okay, so I will give a pause here. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will try to clarify. Hope you got some understanding what exactly UI design is, user interface design is. Now if you have any doubts, please ask me. I will try to clarify. I can, I'll try to explain it better. No questions, at least yes or no. Okay, I will take it as no, and I will proceed to user research. Okay. So now that we have seen the UI design, some people, right, some organizations have specific role for UI design and a specific role for user research and a developer, UI developer. As I said, right, UI developer, once once the research is done, he will give us some rough template. He will tell that he is like a building architect. Like researcher is like a building architect. He will say, okay, so this is the area of the building. So here double bedroom comes. Here the one single bedroom. Here bathroom and the terrace, and kind of explanation he will give. After doing entire research with Vastu and all, he will create a plan. Okay, that plan also you need to do a lot of research in terms of astrology. If you are very much particular about astrology and all, that guy should do lot of research, exactly how the house windows should come, main door should come, bathroom entrance, everything. That's kind of a research he has to do, and he need to come up with a plan. Okay, similarly in corporate technology, whenever you want to create something, so my client will come up with a requirement. Okay, my client is a medical practitioner. They have a big hospital, right? Now they are going to start that hospital, and he want to make all the patients registrations online. So for that he need a website, right? He need to he have 10 different set of medical practitioners, and everyone has to book online. Their appointment date, everything should be given, and then again that should be communicated to the end user. Now what a researcher does, he will go and analyze the entire functionality. He will see in the market if anyone is providing as such, and they will study, they will do a research in the market, how exactly the market trend is, how others are trying to book the ticket. I mean, trying to make an appointment, and then after making an appointment, how they are visiting the uh, patients or doctors, or this entire flow, right? The researcher will make the study, and he will give a plan to the designer. Okay, so in designer what he says is like this. So assume that this is a medical portal, right? He will tell you your logo should come here, and this text should come here, doctors will be listed here. Once I click on this doctor, so the okay, doctor appointment, we'll go for any doctor appointment site. Doctor appointment booking system, healthcare. Okay, so assume that there is a requirement, as I said, one requirement, right? Healthcare requirement. I got this requirement, and I'm just showing an example, right? So here we have a site. Okay, so this is how he will do a research. Oh, sharing is lost. Okay, this is how medical site should be. Uh, what is this privacy? Some other site. Okay, right. So see the design is different here. We have a logo, we have the navigations. This entire research will be done by the UX researcher. He will do a quick research and he will come up what are important. He will see this is a primary. We call this as a primary navigation. So in the primary navigation, how data should flow, what are the frequently used options for a end user. The researcher will do a research and he will quickly come up with some rough design. Okay, and with rough, that design doesn't have any of these logos, colors and all. With the plain content he will just give all this information to the designer. Okay, one then the designer will he with his creativity he will do all this logo stuff, content, everything, advertisements on the right, these kind of banners, everything he will design, and he will hand over to the UI developer. Once the developer it is in developer hand, they will quickly do the development and they will make the site like this. This is the final output. Okay, here first the same. Take an example of building a house. Right. First, an architect, building architect will do an entire research. You will show him just the place. The requirement is I will show an empty land. In that empty land, as a client, my requirement is to build a you will give that requirement to architect. It's simple for you. Okay. When an art in this space, what all we can build? Here I need an facility room. Here I need a bedroom. Here I need a bathroom and terrace. I need to open terrace and one separate room for filming movie, for playing my entertainment room kind of, right. All these requirements will give to the architect. So architect what he does, he will see different buildings. He wanted different uh, plans, right. As per the client needs, he will search different buildings and all, and finally he comes up with the design, right. That too only see. Hope you have seen the building plan, right? How a building plan will be. See, this is how an UX researcher will give the design for you. Okay, and this is how a UX researcher will tell. Okay, boss, this is how here one bedroom should be there. Here bathroom. This is the entrance. This is the door. Kind of plan. A UX researcher will give. This see again. This is not just a plan, right? This is as per Vastu, as per ventilation. All the conditions he will take care. He will do a research for all these conditions and he will give a plan. Once he gives the plan, this is how a designer does. Okay, he will give life to the entire design. So he will create just for visualization. See, the very what UX researcher has given, you will not understand. For a client, you will not understand that. But once the designer does this entire plan, right? See, this is the UX research plan, and after that, this is how it will take the turn, and finally, the UX designer will be able to showcase something like this. So, the first design you are not able to see, but here, if you see, okay, you will be getting an understanding, right? Okay, finally, this is how my building looks like. Okay, this course is different and the initial course is different, right? That is research where all the research topics will be covered. Exactly. So why the entrance should be here, why the dining should be here, all these principles, guidelines and all we'll try to teach in this course, in the research course. Okay, so this is for see, building is an example, but when it comes to the corporate website, as I said, medical website, right? In that medical website, what all we need to take care, what are the user preferences, what all the expectations, how people will expect, right? The even including the interiors, building color and all also, that is just a user researcher will suggest this is how it should be kind of, after doing a lot of research. Okay? This is the difference between the researcher, the designer, and the developer. So we are going to cover two topics. One is UI designer and UX researcher, and these are deadly combinations. You can learn anything. Some companies see. Accenture, Wipro, HCL, HP, they have different roles. Like UI designer is separate, UI developer is separate, UX researcher is different. But if you go for a large, small scale company like 10 members or 20 members or below 100 companies, right? They can't afford a single person for designer, developer, and all. Say they will have a single person who knows both UX researcher and UI designer, right? In that case, if you are learning both, that will be an advantage for you. Okay. So if not, okay, I have only design skills. I am very bad at research. I can't do research. But whatever researcher gives, I will exactly give. I will create a beautiful design. Then go only for a design, web design. Okay. No, I am not good at design. I'm not so creative. I want to design only. I want to create only the research document. I am good, very good at analysis, right? Then in such case, right? In such case, right? So probably what you can choose is you can do a UX research. Okay, you can go with the UX research. Guys, give me just 2 minutes. Someone is there knocking my door. Just 2 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, please hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So you came to see, right? So researcher, UI designer, and the developer. Okay, developer is altogether a programming concept. We are not touching that. Basic programming will do, like HTML, CSS. For designing all this, you need that basic HTML stuff. That we'll see, right? How the basic programming goes on, and that we should be able to do. Right. Primary focus is on UX design. Sorry, UI design and UX research. Okay. So this is the primary difference. This why we are planning to learn this. Okay, why want to choose design. Some people have very good passion for design. They are very creative. The way how they design also, it's very creative. The thought process is very different. Those people will like to do these courses. If they are doing this course, really, if you feel that I'm creative, but I'm not utilizing my skills. I want to explore my skills and all. This is the right training for you, right? You can join this UI design, and definitely with your creativity, you'll go to the good heights. And as I said, right, I am not very creative, but I am very good at analysis. When I say analysis, as I said again, I want to take a. Now, let us take an example of a car, right? The very first you there is a leave about the interiors. The very first look and feel will impress you, right? Any car, whenever you see first, the first look is a very impressive thing, and you will choose there itself. Your 80% of the decision will be with the design itself. Okay, design is good. Then only you will go for interiors, and then after you will take a decision. That's a different story, right? So that impact we need to create with this UI design. To create such kind of impact, right, we learn whatever you want in this course, right? How to design with guidelines. It is not about only just designing, but designing with a guideline, designing with a principle, designing with a standard. IT standards and all is very important, right? Those all will try to see in these courses. And again, research, when it comes to research, research is all, we don't need any programming knowledge for this. We can straight away learn this design. Coding skills are not required. Basic programming is also not required, right? Learning the tools for everything, for getting all this, there are some tools. We learn those tools. um, Even for research also. See, again, research, when you think about research, right, UX research, it is very important that you need to be very good at English, at least documenting, right? Have you heard this terminology, writer? In a police station, one writer will be there, right? He is the first person who will uh, describe the entire crime, right? He will write a big story about the crime scene, right? When a person explains, right, he is the first person to ask a lot of questions, right? Interrogation. Have you heard about this word interrogation? UX researcher's role is as such. You need to ask a lot of questions to the end users. So, for example, I want to the Amazon site for last 1 week, uh, last 1 month, sales are very down, right? There are very less people visiting my site. So I think there is some problem, right? That is where I will involve my researcher. So please study my site and please tell what is the problem is. Then what my UX researcher will do, he will go and talk to the end users, right? End users in the sense who are people who like shopping, right? Who visits this site frequently, he will talk to those kind of end users. What is the problem? So you have visited, there's a user is visiting 10 times a week, but in recent times he visited only once or twice. My researcher will go and ask, what is the reason why you are not able to visit the site? Are you facing any problems? This kind of interrogation he will do, and he will try to identify the problem, and he will come up with a report. He will design the entire report. See, 1 2 3 4 5, these are the reasons why your site is down. 4 5 6 7 8, so these are the reasons why your sales are down. 10 to 15, this kind of documentation researcher has to do. Clearly he need to indicate, and he clearly, finally he gives a report. He will submit. See, you have, for example, this is the mini TV, Amazon mini TV, okay? This is a parental control, okay? You have removed this option. For some reasons this option has been removed and moved somewhere else, okay? And movies, this option also has been hidden somewhere else. These are the primary things where people look. But suddenly tomorrow you are changing this place, right? Obviously what we'll do, you'll come and search for here and there where that option is, where the movies option is, kind of, right? If you are making any changes and that is impacting your website, your researcher will help in identifying those problems and will tell detailedly that go. So these are the changes you have done, those are impacting users. They are not able to use. So that is why people are now visiting your site. They are going to Netflix. Kind of analysis UX or research does, and he will give a report. For that, you need to be very good at documentation. Documentation is simple English. You need to write. You need to write. Okay. So researcher mostly does. He talk to people. He analyze things. He will study the market. He will do an analysis, and finally he will come up with a report. What is best for the end user? I mean, what is best for the client? Based on that report, he will give a high level design, like I showed, right? Building plan and all, high level design. He will give, and this is what as per the standard. This is what the constructions are. This is how people are looking at the buildings, and these are the latest construction kind of report he will give. Then after that, it's UI designer job. How beautiful he wants to make this building. Okay. So these are the primary differences of UI designer, UI UX researcher, and UI developer. We are going to touch base upon UI design and UX researcher, right? And now coming to the job opportunities. As I said, right, print media, if a person is working for 1 month, the salary would be maximum 30K, 40K, right? Maximum. If he's an experienced design, he is very good at design, he's very creative, he's super duper resource, right? Max he will get 30 to 40,000. If you compare the same web design or a corporate design, what I'm talking about, right? Definitely you will be getting around 60 to 70K. Marginally 40 to 50% hike in your salary, and that to a white collar job. The print media, right? You will not have that respect also, right? Print media, right? How the people will be coming arguing why you have done like this. I like this color, kind of, right? There are no guidelines for it, so people come and argue. Sometimes they like, sometimes they don't like. There are different mindsets. Okay, you might not, some simply says that your design is not good, and again he need to sit and design, kind of. The self-respect and the integrity will not be there much in the print media side. See, I'm not belittling anyone, I'm just giving an example since I know how the industry works. When it comes to IT, the jobs are very decent, the jobs are very professional, the people are very professional. You deal with good clients, you'll talk, the same respect you get, the integrity will be there. When you're talking to the clients, getting the requirements and all, the same way how you respond, they will try to give the requirements and all, right? So these differences are there within the print and web design media. Okay, so it's your choice. So if you want to see, again, we are covering only the web design part, not the print media. Okay, so if you still want to go the print media and all, okay, so probably there are some other courses where you can go, but here we are covering UI design, user interface web design, and UX, user research, user experience. These are the two buzzing terms in the industry. Okay, so this curriculum, there's a list of curriculum where you can get from Nilima. She will try to explain all the titles, what are we are going to cover as part of this entire course. She will give the details, and hopefully, I hope I am able to showcase some data how it exactly to make you understand some examples of what is exactly user research and user web design. But still there are a lot more details to it, and this thing within this single session, I might not be able to cover all those things. But once, if you are able to join those course, probably we can cover that in detail, right? And it is a 45 days course. It's again resource preference. If you want to have alternative days, one day we'll teach the session, and next day you can practice in the lab, and the second day you can again come to the class and you can ask the doubts. This is how we have. Otherwise we can have continuously, so I want to do it at a fast track. Some people will come with already available job, right? They might be ready, so some relatives and all our family members, they might be in that same field, and they want to quickly push someone, right? But he needs the basic skills. So I want to completely attend the 545 days, and I just want to want a certificate, kind of. Then we can cover in that way also. It is again user choice. Probably you can get those details from Nilima or the uh, reception, whoever you they have explained this course details. Okay, Now I will stop and I'm ready to take some questions here. Kishore, Kishore, do you have any questions? Kishore Buma.
No, no, sir.
I've got the context, what exactly I'm trying to explain.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great. Manasa, Manasa, unmute yourself. Manasa, are you there?
No doubt, sir.
No doubts. Okay, great. And two others, I think they have joined from their mobile Realme C21Y, at least. Any doubts, any clarifications, if you want, you can just ask me. I can clarify you.
Yes, sir.
Great. Nilima, are you there on the call? Okay, so uh, I'll give 30 seconds for you people. Just think over. If you have any questions, I will be able to answer your questions. If not, we are good to close this call. Just rethink once and let me know. If you have any clarifications with respect to user interface design and user research, please let me know. I'll try to answer your queries. So my point is everything can't be
Hello.
covered in this one
Sir,
hour session. Yeah, yeah.
excuse me
Someone
for
is asking.
yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yesterday I didn't attend the class, so I don't know what you said yesterday. And today is I'm a bit confused about the course. I'm starting onwards.
No, no. Yesterday I haven't touched much, but
Okay.
today I have clearly explained what is UX, UI, and what is UX and all. Yesterday it was only just 5-10 minutes started, and due to some internet issues, I was not able to join back. I informed
Okay.
Nilima on that. That is where
Yeah.
I have rescheduled this. So now, coming to your confusion, what is the confusion you have?
That UA is like a tool. I mean, we have to create a designs, and
Hmm.
UX means researcher.
Research, correct?
In research, we have to know any coding language or
No, no.
no.
Coding is not there for both of these.
Okay, sir. Because I am doing a job, my timings are not quite not comfortable for the classes. Like my office timings 10 to 7.
10 to 7. Okay.
Yeah, I will come around 7:30 to room.
Mhm. So what line of business you are into?
I am a geologist.
Geologist. Okay.
Uh,
So you want to
uh,
shift your career to design, right?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So we'll figure out a time for time with Neelima.
Okay,
Okay. So we'll try to see if there we can organize a batch after 8 or 9 for the working employees and all. But anyway, you just keep your preferences with the reception, probably
like
Neelima.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, sir.
We'll try
Okay,
to see. We'll try to
yes,
accommodate and we'll see if we can organize a batch during that time.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? We are good here. Okay, great. So if you have any queries or questions, also you can just uh, place all your questions with Nilima. I will try to answer later. Or if you can, if you are able to ask now, I am able to clarify here. If not, please keep with Nilima. We'll try to answer to her. Okay, probably she will communicate to you people. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks all, and have a great
Thank
learning.
you for your cooperation. If you have any doubts, please call me.
Yeah.
Please leave the session.
Nilima, you want me to wait here or
No, sir.
we can disconnect, right?
Yes, sir.